Plaintiff D'Angelo Whitlow is suing his ex-girlfriend for the value of personal property. D'Angelo says he was in love with the defendant and wanted to marry her, but she started to interfere with his football scholarship and his dream of a future in the NFL. Defendant Chanel Kirkland says D'Angelo was possessive and controlling, and after they broke up, she claims he turned into an obsessive stalker. Chanel's countersuing for emotional distress.
Remain standing. The Honorable Judge Jeanine Pirro presiding.
Hello, Douglas.
Hello, Judge.
I'll walk around this way.
It looks good. Please be seated.
Thank you. All right. The plaintiff is suing his ex-girlfriend for the value of personal property. She is countersuing her ex-boyfriend for emotional distress. D'Angelo, you brought this case. State your case.
How you doing, Jan? I'm a college football player.
Are you?
Dreams of going to the NFL, and refuse to let a woman step in the way of what I want to do with my life. I met Chanel in March of 2009 in the athletic offices where she was working. It was good in the beginning. I thought she was the best woman I ever had in my life. After the relationship began to grow and get to a certain point that her selfish-like ways began to flare up, and it outweighed the positive things about her. I did the best I could to be a good boyfriend, but she's independent and sometimes she's over independent. She don't like for people to tell her things. She wants stuff to go her way. If it don't go her way, it ain't going right at all.
Let me ask you a question, D'Angelo. What's wrong with a woman being independent?
Nothing.
So,
but my personal opinion, a man, if he don't feel like he's wanted, he has no purpose.
oh, well, that's a different story. I mean, a woman, if she's with a man, is supposed to make him feel like he's a king.
Like he's wanted. And
you know,
her thing
and
was,
you should make her feel like she's your queen.
I tried.
And if people don't remember that, shame on them. You know that? But that doesn't mean that every woman you meet is your queen. I mean, you got to go through a few of the ladies in waiting along the way. You know? All right. You know what, D'Angelo, you're at a college. What college is this?
Morgan State University.
Morgan State University. You said when you started something about a woman getting in the way, you're not going to let a woman get in the way of your dreams.
My personal dreams.
How did she get in your way?
It got to a point that I was trying to devote so much time towards her and our relationship to make things better. Going to class? Oh, no, I ain't going to class. I'm going to go see my old lady and try to get things right.
Is this the old lady? Is this the old lady?
No.
If she's an old lady, what am I? Don't answer that. All right. Go ahead. Explain yourself.
Instead of going to 5:30 team meetings in the morning, I be laying in that bed like, I
thought you had a dream. You've got a scholarship. You've got a dream. You've got the physique. You've got the whole thing. And you're not getting out of bed when you're on a full scholarship at a university to go play football? And you want to blame it on her?
Same thing I said.
Nothing was her fault. I take all the blame on that.
So then why are we
I know
here?
it's not her fault. I was living in Baltimore where I was going to school at. I had a family situation that I wanted to go home and talk to my mother about. So the relationship was beginning to go and get rocky. So went to Chicago to discuss things with my mother, like, this is what I'm going through. This is what's been happening. What do you feel I should do? She was like, look, it's your decision, your life, your career. I don't care about you playing football. As long as you get a degree, that's what I'm worried about.
But I don't think he should have dropped out of. I don't think he should have dropped out.
So,
you don't think he should have dropped out? Do you think you had anything
he was on
to
a
do
full
with his
scholarship.
dropping
He
out?
was even starting. So why would you drop a full scholarship that you're not coming out of your pocket for over a FEMA? I mean, I wasn't trying to interact in
Were
it,
you
but
trying to influence him positively and
I
say,
actually was,
get
and
out of
I
bed?
initially she did,
I
but
did.
she began to get to a point where she was like,
I mean, I
"You're
know what I
stupid."
want, and I don't want to put up with somebody trying to pressure me to love them. No, I can't do that.
All right. What are the circumstances of his leaving school? Do you know?
I mean, basically, I thought he left just because he didn't want to be with me. And before he actually, like 2 or 3 hours before he left, he asked me, well, were we ever going to get back together? And I said, no, I don't think so. So he went back to
heartbroken?
Chicago. Yes, he was.
Distraught, destroyed.
All right. Now it's coming around. Now it's in focus.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
so
I got
after
it.
speaking with her, 3 hours later, I was landing in Chicago and had no intentions on going back.
All right. So what are you suing her for?
I had some electronics and some other personal belongings in which I left with her.
In which you gave to me.
I flew to
And changed
Chicago.
your mind.
And I called her, was like, look, I'm planning on coming back to get all my stuff.
but you never did.
She wouldn't give it to you?
No, it wasn't that. We made agreement. I said, do I have to come back?
The agreement
she
was
working.
made after the
She was
agreement
working
was
at the
made
time.
after he had left, and this was like in August when he came to move his stuff in. He was like, "Yeah, you can just go ahead and have it look better in your apartment anyway."
Oh,
But when he
nothing.
left,
Go ahead and
hold
have
on. When he left, did he say it looks better? Keep it?
He was like, "Yeah, go ahead and keep it."
All right, tell me your side. You met him?
He became obsessed with me and possessive and worried about my worryabouts, and I didn't like how that was going. Coach and warned me about him having an episode the first semester with another girl, and I guess they got arguing, and he restrained her from doing certain things, and the campus police
had a
got
problem with
involved.
another
It's
girl?
slightly true. She
Slightly
gonna
true.
embellish the
Go
story
ahead.
for her better.
So after that, I mean, he would like come to my house and leave like collages and like bring flowers. I mean, that's nice, but at the same time, we weren't together. It was like he would walk past my house and like while I'd be out of town, he'll pop up and come and go, leave collages and stuff.
Did you communicate to him that you're feeling suffocated in the relationship, that you didn't want him to come by, that you didn't want collages, and that you didn't want flowers? Because if you don't communicate this to him and you were in love with him at one point, how's he going to know you're not in love with him anymore?
I told him that.
She waited till it was too late. Till I was like already over the edge of loving her. It was
What's
pure.
over the edge for you?
At one point, I was actually getting ready to marry her. I had the point that I was like, look, I'm serious about this. This is what I want.
But what happened?
It was too much for her.
It wasn't that it was too much for me. It's like, okay, when you get in a relationship, you want to be affectionate on your time. You want to make sure that the affection is real, not
Relationships
fake.
are about give and take.
He wanted me to give him affection when I didn't feel as though I wanted to do that.
So what happened?
Like if we're just sitting there, he wants me to hug up on him, give him attention. Like I'm not that kind of person. I don't do too much of affection.
Let me give you a
kissing
tip.
and hugging and all that. I don't.
If you think you're going to be with a guy, you've got to show him affection,
I
and you
do.
got to hug him, and you got to love up to him. Otherwise, leave. You gotta. I mean, and I'm not saying every guy, but if you don't feel it in you, then it's time to move on. All right. Right now, to use a football analogy, I mean, she's calling the shots and you're playing defense.
That's all.
I mean, everything that I'm hearing is, you're defending yourself because you loved her, but she's obviously at some point you realized that she was not interested anymore. Was that hard for you to take?
It was. But once I moved to Chicago and began to live my old ways, I initially forgot.
Okay. So you were countersuing him for emotional distress.
Basically, I mean, even the coaches acknowledged that I wasn't myself anymore. Like he would restrain me from leaving the house when he wanted to talk about things.
Did you call the police?
No, I did not make a complaint, but
Did you call campus security?
No.
What'd you do? Nothing.
I
You're here
just-
complaining. All right. What are you suing her for?
My electronics and some
All right.
cords.
Do you have
and-
receipts for any of that stuff?
No, I don't have them with me. 'Cause
Okay.
when
How
I
much is
moved,
that stuff worth?
$1,637.
So how am I supposed to know that it's worth that if you don't have a receipt or an appraisal or an estimate?
I bought it.
If you said he gave you stuff,
He left the
What'd he leave?
TV. It was
What
a
else?
TV, the Xbox. It was like a Guitar Hero game to it as well.
Yeah.
Surround sound and like his clothing and all that other stuff. I wasn't really responsible for.
what'd you do with his clothing?
When I moved out of my apartment, I didn't get everything out. Even
You left
some
it
of
there?
my items were left behind as well.
So when you left, why didn't you take them with you?
Didn't have it in mind.
You didn't have it in mind.
Right.
Well, how did you afford this stuff in the first place?
I received a check from the athletic department.
And you bought an Xbox and Guitar Hero?
Yes, no,
Surround
that's
sound?
not all I did.
What's the matter with you?
The check was $5,000 after I bought TV and
Should I feel better? You had a scholarship. You turned away from the scholarship. You got $5,000 from the athletic department. You're in my courtroom today suing for that money because you left it at your girlfriend's house. I mean, you know what? People gave you this stuff. You should know enough to take care of it. You should know enough when you're going to leave. Let me take my stuff unless you left in the middle of the night.
I didn't have the money at the time to have it shipped home. But
But the
when
stuff been in
I
my
went home,
apartment since like May, like the middle of May. Like,
All right.
That doesn't make any sense.
How many kids go to college on a scholarship? This many. You're one of the few, and you blew it. Shame on you. You've got something, D'Angelo, you've got to learn. Opportunity comes once in a lifetime. You let your emotions control your life, a scholarship, your education, and your reputation. Don't ever do that again. You've got a shot here because I am going to award you some money because she does admit that she has some of your property. But you know what? You're never going to get a break like this again in your life either because you had an obligation to take that property with you when you left. All right? You're nobody's fool. You let your emotions overtake you. Shame on you. Now, first, let me deal with the countersuit, the emotional distress. You didn't even call the cops. You didn't call campus police. You're not getting any money for that. All right. Now, D'Angelo, you claim it's $1,637. I'm not going to give you $1,637. I'm going to give you $900. All right. You don't have a receipt. You don't have an estimate. I'm going to give you $900. And you take that and wherever you're going to school, you use it for books or food. All right. Are you going to school in the fall?
University of Illinois.
Good. You're at University of Illinois. You got $900.
I have a great amount of love for it, but I don't think it'll ever, I know it won't be what it was before.
I know not to let a man give me stuff and then switch the story around and say, oh, he just left it there. No, I doubt if I ever do that again.